Welcome back to Kentucky Farm Bureau's Bluegrass and Backroads. Now normally we travel the backroads of Kentucky. Today we're venturing onto the waterways aboard the historic Belle of Louisville. Then we're hitting the road to the western part of the state to visit the Museum of American Quilter Society. And we'll visit a family-run business that's just plain good. We'll have all these fascinating stories and more as you travel with us today on Kentucky Farm Bureau's Bluegrass and Backroads. Whether you're a resident of Louisville or another city or state, a cruise aboard the Belle of Louisville is a real treat. And today, we've got a ticket.
My third season, and it's fun. It's difficult because there's a bit of a delay from the time that you hit the key to when the pipe opens upstairs. And of course it's made of copper and brass, so the dynamics are a little different than an organ or a piano. And you only have 32 notes. You have to be very creative. Hopefully you have enough notes to cover a song, but when you go into some of the Scott Joplin rags and things like that, it can be pretty difficult. It's not the original calliope. It's been rebuilt. The former calliope player on here, he was also a historian, and he built this with another fellow up in Peru, Indiana. It used to be upstairs where the pipes are. But they finally moved it down here and gave it a new home, and it doesn't get as much weathering, and it's not as loud.
The Belle of Louisville was actually built in 1914 in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania by the James Reese & Sons shipyard, originally built as a steamer Idlewild. She was built for the Memphis Packet Company, and in 1914 they sent her to the Memphis Harbor to operate as a packet boat and excursion boat. She remained cruising out of that harbor and other locations until 1947 under the steamer Idlewild name. In 1947, they sold the boat to a group of investors in Cincinnati who'd renamed the boat to steamer Avalon. And as the Avalon, she was the most widely traveled excursion boat in steamboat history. She's been on every river of the Mississippi River system, all its tributaries, and almost every port. As a matter of fact, she spent her life as the Avalon tramp in the river system, going from town to town, blaring the calliope, drawing people out of the hillsides to come ride their wonderful boat. She remained doing that until 1962, and when the company was in financial difficulties. Facing bankruptcy, they were just going to scrap the boat. Somebody came up with the idea of putting her on the auction block, and that's when Jefferson County government and the city of Louisville joined hands, went to Cincinnati, and purchased the boat off the auction block for $34,000. Today, the vessel is priceless, one of a kind, but they brought her over to Louisville, renamed her the Belle of Louisville, and she's been operating here as a sightseeing excursion boat since 1962.
I've been with the Belle since 1986. Which makes it about 22 years. I basically fire the boards on here and make steam for the engines. Okay, essentially we take water out of the river, we boil the water, And we pump the steam back to the engines, and the engines turn the paddle wheel. That's our propulsion system. As far as I know, it's the oldest United States steam wheeler.
This is my 28th season, ending my 28th season, and just in charge of the overall propulsion, generating, mechanical systems on the Belle. What makes this boat unique is the history of the vessel, the Belle of Louisville. The boat was fabricated in 1914, but there are mechanical systems on here that are older than the boat, and the challenge is to preserve that and to share that with our guests and the city at large. What makes the Belle so unique also is the places that it's traveled to. The smaller rivers like the Kenai River, the Missouri River. It's been to Stillwater, Minnesota, to Tulsa, Oklahoma, to you name it. It's anywhere there's been 5 or 6 feet of water, the Belle's been able to get there in her day as the Idlewild or the Avalon.
WF6270, steamer Belle of Louisville, Daniel West.
Yeah, Daniel West back.
I might have to playing around.
Belle of Louisville has really become the icon of our community. I mean, there are very few symbols or banners or something of that nature that carries the logo Louisville, Kentucky that doesn't have the Belle of Louisville on it. So we see it as something very unique, very special, and something we take great pride in. You know, the great thing I'd say to the folks around this country is come on into Louisville, see what's going on, a lot of exciting things, but the Belle of Louisville, a ride on the Belle along the Ohio River's edge, something very, very exciting. We hope you can come and enjoy.